Aries, here's your reading for the week of March 5th through about the 11th. These are general. Take what works, and what doesn't work just doesn't work. But if you stumble upon this reading at a later date, there may be something in it for you. But let's see what the cards have to say. In your recent past position, you have the Four of Wands. In your current energy, you have the Nine of Wands. In your near future, you have the Ten of Wands. Your challenge for the week is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. And what is recommended for you is the Eight of Pentacles. So the Four of Wands indicates that you've recently had something to celebrate. This could be some type of milestone, some type of success you had. There could have been a goal you've achieved, or it could represent you got married. There was something that you were celebrating. There was a goal or something going on in your life that you were able to attain, and there was cause for celebration, and that's fantastic. But currently, you have the Nine of Wands, and this is about kind of standing your ground. You know, you might be a little tired, you might be a little worn out with whatever's going on, but you're still standing your ground. You're just firmly working on or trying to pursue something, and even though you're coming up against resistance, you're still trying to get it done. Like, it's the guy, he's tired on the card, you know, he's kind of been through it, but he's still going through it. Like, he's still firm in his convictions that yes, this is what he wants to do, and regardless of whatever resistance or whatever problems he's faced, he's still willing to put the effort into this situation. But what's coming in for you in the near future is the Ten of Wands, which is you're almost at the end. There's more work that needs to be done. This is a card of having like burdens, but these are not burdens that are just willy-nilly in a sense. These are things that are meaningful. So these are responsibilities that are something that you really need to do, or you have, and they're meaningful to you, but it can get tiring. And especially because I think you have the Nine of Wands, I think you're still working on this, but now you're almost at the finish line. There's still more work to be done, but you're getting there. But you might be feeling a little bit even more worn out. But to me, this is a positive card. It's almost like you're kind of almost there. You're not there quite yet, but just keep on trekking through. And in your reverse position, what's challenging you is the Ten of Pentacles. Now, this could indicate financial problems. So this could be like you might be experiencing some financial setbacks. There might be something that's like job security issues. There may be even you could have everything that you want, but you're not satisfied. Like, it's almost like what you have isn't enough currently. You could be questioning what you really want in life. Like, are the things that you're working so hard for, is it really making you happy? So this is something that you'll know for yourself, you know, but this could be that maybe you're feeling financially things are not kind of going as lucrative as you would like, or you're just really questioning why you're investing into an aspect in your life. Like, you're not satisfied with something, or like you don't feel as secure as you would like in this, whatever this represents for you. But what's recommended for you is the Eight of Pentacles, and this is all about honing your skill. Like, you're perfecting what you're doing. You just have to keep on keeping on and trying things out. To me, I see this guy, he tries things out and he's trying to perfect it. Like, he's trying to perfect his craft here, and I think that's what you need to do. I think whatever you're doing, you had some type of celebration with this. And this could even be like you started a business, or you started a new way of life, or a new way of living. It could be anything for you, and you're excited about it. You know, you kind of hit a milestone of even starting it. Sometimes that's the milestone, is actually doing it. But I think it's been a little bit, I don't want to say it's been work, because like most things in life are work, but it's been a little bit tiresome, but you're still sticking with it. And I feel like you're almost achieving a certain kind of end game or goal, or even the first stage, because sometimes things are many stages, many layers. So it could be a progression, but you're kind of almost to a certain point with it that you want to be, but you're feeling maybe not the security that you want, and or the financially you're not getting what you thought you would get, or there's some kind of like tangible material lack you're feeling, you're not satisfied. But this is saying whatever this represents, despite all of this, keep working on it, keep perfecting it, keep doing what you can do to really make this into something much better than what it is currently. Because I think you have the capabilities. So, because this is definitely saying don't stop. I know all this is going on. You're tired. You're maybe fed up. But keep at it. Keep doing it. Maybe try things a little differently, but keep working on this. So let's see what else we get for you. Okay, first up we have Porcupine Spirit. Time for a beginner mind. And I wonder if the Eight of Pentacles here is recommending that certain aspects you might want to go back to basics with. Maybe you've kind of gotten set in a certain kind of way of doing something, but there could be, if you revisit this situation, there could be some easier way to do that. And sometimes, I know with myself, I get into routines, or I like to do something a certain kind of way because I feel like it works. But as soon as I step away from whatever that activity is for a while, when I go back to it, you almost have to retrain yourself with it. And sometimes it's actually really good because then I will try something in a different way, or I'm more open at that moment to try something in a different way. And sometimes I figure out shortcuts within that aspect. So it could be that something with this needs to be revisited, and it could kind of be done in a better way or more of an efficient way. Or it's just saying that you might be feeling very tired right now because all of this is a little stressful. Like you've kind of gone through it, you're still standing, you're tired, you've dealt with all these problems, but you're still kind of holding on. You still have more stuff to go. You still have longer ways to go. You're just working on it. And then with this financial security issue going on, you might be a little worn out, and you might not be focusing on creating what you're working on. And I think this is saying, don't forget why you started this to begin with, why you were passionate about this. So I think you just might have to come at something a little bit fresh eyes again, fresh-minded as well. And Agate, get back into balance. And you could be feeling a little bit out of balance. And when we're out of balance, sometimes we're not troubleshooting as best as we could be. So it could just be saying that you might need to, even if you have like a little bit of you time during this week, just try to find some kind of balance so you're not just focusing on this stress, but you're able to kind of relax a little bit. And sometimes when we relax, we could actually come at the problems a little bit more effectively as well. And then you have abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude, bliss. And I think that's definitely important for this 10 of Pentacles in reverse, because you could be feeling like you're lacking abundance. Things are not going quite well at this moment, but it doesn't mean that it won't. It doesn't mean it's not coming in for you. You're just, because this is a weekly reading, so you might be just hitting a little hiccup this week, but just still be in that mindset of like abundance and be believing that you will have abundance from whatever this represents for you, that you will gain something from it, and it's going to be really, really positive. And Coffin, endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. And I feel like even with the beginner mindset, time for a beginner mindset, you might be ending an old way of doing something. Or for some of you, this celebrations here, you recently could have hit a milestone with it and ended like maybe the initial phases of this, and now you're working on the next stages or the next phase of this. So that would be like, now you're in a new beginning once again. You're starting a new cycle with this, and you have to go through these little bumps in the road a little bit to really hone your skill or really get it down very structured and very solid. So, but I think this is you kind of in a way starting on a new beginning with your life with whatever this represents. And I think it's very exciting. It's just a lot of times when we start something, we're at the beginning of it. Man, we don't know what we're doing. It's a disaster. It's always like a lot of troubleshooting. It's frustrating. So you might be at the beginning of whatever this represents for you and you're feeling the little frustrations currently, but you're going to stick with it. I really believe you're sticking with it, but sometimes you get those, things are not always great, but I think you're going through growth and change right now. And this could be like you transitioning into a different career or different, whatever this represents for you, you're transitioning, you're evolving yourself through this process. And it's not always easy. Past life relationship, you have known each other before. So I kind of wonder for some of you, if whatever this was, if it's something that you've wanted to do for a very long time, and you may have even tried it before, but maybe it didn't quite work out, and now you actually have gained a little bit of success with it, and now you're really trying to push because you really see a lot of potential in this. So it could represent that. It could be just this is something that you're working on that you've worked on once before, and now you're trying to perfect it. I think that's could be for some of you what's going on. And then let's see what quote we have. Ignorance make you a tool to be used. Knowledge makes you a weapon to be feared. And this is definitely going with the Eight of Pentacles. I think you just still need to learn and hone whatever this represents for you. You need to keep at it. Because the more you keep at it, the more you're going to wind up learning. And you're really going to benefit from that. Because for some of you, if this is like a business or something, you want to come at it where you're not going to get screwed over. Because you have to always watch that stuff. With certain things, people always try to take advantage or they try to sell you something you don't really need. And if you really look into it a little further, you're going to realize it's all BS. It's all a scam. But on the surface, it looks good. But once you look into the details, you're like, it's not really, It could even be a job opportunity. Sometimes people will contact you for these opportunities, which are really not opportunities at all. They're just trying to hustle you for something. So whatever this represents, just make sure that you're learning as much as you can about it and you're trying to work out the practical aspects. And let's see what affirmation card we have for you. Today is a fresh start. Today is a brand new day that I will embrace as a new beginning and make the most of this day. And I think that's fantastic. And especially because you have the beginner mindset here and even the coffin, which is kind of like about new beginnings. So I think whatever this is something that you're changing and you're implementing in your life. And it's not always easy, but this is a great little affirmation to have. And now let's see what Bob Ross says for you. Now then, let's wash the old brush. That's the fun part of this whole technique. Okay, shake off the excess and just beat the devil out of it. So let me read that again. Now then, let's wash the old brush. That's the fun part of this whole technique. Okay, shake off the excess and just beat the devil out of it. So this is saying, if you did something and it didn't quite work out, just try something new. Like with the Eight of Pentacles. If he screws one of these pentacles up, he's going to be like, okay, I'm going to get another piece of whatever this is. I'm going to try it again. And I'm going to try it a different way, or I'll try to do this time. So it's just about kind of playing around with the process and figuring out what works and what doesn't work for you. What works for someone else may not work quite well for you. It's about knowing yourself and figuring out your good aspects, your bad aspects, what you're very skilled at, what you're kind of weaker at, and just like having this understanding of yourself and the ways about going about something that's really going to be the best for you. And let's see what spirit of the dish we get for you. You have the Middle Eastern, which is the spirit of the hummus. And for your dinner and a movie, you have action films and barbecue food. For the energies that you need to be aware of or tap into, you have Scorpio, which is about transformation and major changes. And you have Sagittarius, which represents expansion and good fortune. You also have Neptune here, which is about vision, creativity, and illusions. And you have Mars, which is about energy, initiative, and temper. You have the first house, which represents appearance, ego, and the self. And you have the 4th house, which represents the home, intuition, parenting, and children. You have I, S, D, U, U, L, M593, and you have laugh. And I think this is saying just bring a little fun, because I think this is a lot of heavy energy right now. It's a lot of work, no play going on right now. So I think you might need to have a little fun. Keep a positive mindset, you know, have a little fun as you're working on this. And let's see what little charmy we get for you. Okay, so this one jumped out. Oh, and you have the fun bow tie. So this to me looks like a kind of a clown bow tie. So I think this is saying you just have to have a little fun as well, because this is a little silly bow tie here. So yeah, I just think you need to bring a little bit of laughter and a little bit more of play into this, so it kind of keeps you a little more refreshed as you're doing this. Okay, and also, how could I forget? You have the number 3 here, which means that the special guest that shall be answering your question today, Aries, shall be the Magic 8 Ball, because Magic 8 Ball is odd numbers. And he is coming out right now. Here he is. So, think of your question, Aries, and let us ask. Oh, mystical, magical 8 Ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world, what is the answer to Aries' question? It says, outlook good. There you go, guys. The 8 Ball has spoken. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.